Hi guys, Natalie Anderson here. Today's blog is basically a survival kit for the silly season. I'm going to give you 6 tips to stay healthy over the Christmas period or the silly season. Because quite often what happens is in the new year, we catch up because the body has just been abused for 4 to 6 weeks, and the consequence is your health. So what I want to do is reach out to you and touch you. No, that doesn't sound so good. Touch your heart and your mind before that happens, because I want to stop that from happening. And just take you to, I guess, the 6 key areas that will help you avoid end up crashing at the end of the season. So number 1 is adrenaline, okay? Adrenaline is one of your stress hormones, and what happens is it's a short-term stress response, and it's basically your fight or flight mode, and all your blood just goes to your extremities and allowing you to run or fight. So it gives you quick energy, and it does that by shifting your glycogen, which is your stored glucose, from your muscles and your liver, and it just shifts it all into the blood. So it's basically like a sugar dump into your blood, which spikes your sugar, and then also insulin. Which insulin is, look, it causes a whole host of health problems, but one more obvious one is that it's a fat storing hormone. So each time you feel your heart racing because you're stressed, you're anxious, you're in a rush, that is storing fat, to put it simply. So I just want you to have a think about that. So things like over this season, caffeine, sugar, and anything that's any sort of short-term stress that is kind of making your heart race. Sometimes it can be high intensity exercise as well. So what I want you to do is shift to reducing that adrenal response. You can do that by removing those foods, or also a bit of mindfulness of coming into that present moment. Secondly, sleep. Sleep, we try to stretch out the hours in the day to get more done, but the consequence is that we actually shift our hormones, our sleep hormones, our circadian rhythms, and when that's out of whack, the whole body is out of whack. So what I wanted to do is, I guess, give you a couple of quick tips to allow to give your body some healthy, healing, fat-burning sleep while you survive this particular time of year. So the key here is going to be before 10 o'clock. After 10, your melatonin starts to drop off. It doesn't have that sort of really fast flow that is happening earlier on. But also you can get a second kick of cortisol, which it's your awake hormone. It's going to keep you awake. So if you don't get to bed before 10, then quite often it's harder to get to sleep, and that's when your quality sleep is. So get to sleep before 10. Also, we know that cortisol is triggered by light stimuli. So make sure, like an hour before bed, you're dimming the lights, turning off all your computers, your TVs, your phones, just so that you're sending the right messages to your body that it's sleep time. In the morning, when that light hits your eyes, again, that's your cortisol ready to get up and go. So listen to your body, get up and go when the sun hits your eyes. Thirdly is insulin. Quite often it's very easy to eat lots of food over the Christmas period, and it's not necessarily the amount of food that's the problem, it's actually the type of food that's the problem. So what I'm going to suggest, again, we know that insulin is your fat storing hormone. It causes a lot of health issues, so we want to just minimize your insulin response, and you can do this by switching your carbohydrate foods to more good quality fat foods. So when you see those options before you, pick the options that are the high fat foods as opposed to the high carbohydrate foods. They're going to keep you satisfied for longer, so you don't need to eat as often. They're going to nourish your body, and most importantly, they're not going to spike that insulin response. So think things like avocado, even like your high fat dairies, if you can tolerate dairy, think cream, like a high fat Greek yogurt. Some of your oils like your olive oil, macadamia oil are some nice options, coconut oil. So, and just good quality fatty meat as well, if you eat meat as well. Nextly, liver. Look, your liver is your detox house. It takes a thrashing. I want to just point out quickly why you want to just be mindful of your liver over this time of year, because estrogen is one of your hormones that is going to be detoxed by your liver. And if your liver's burdened with caffeine, alcohol, if you're a smoker, sugar, refined carbohydrates, medications, then it just puts estrogen to the side. It's not going to worry about it right now. It's got all these other things to worry about. And estrogen is another fat storing hormone as well. So if you're concerned about not putting on that extra weight, then just be kind to your liver, so it allows space for your body to detox that extra estrogen within the body as well. Destructive thought patterns. There's so much of this I should be doing over this season, and if you can switch this to these negative thought patterns that are popping into your mind about doing everything and being perfect, just stop. That's number one. Stop. Then 2 is question. Is this even true what you're telling yourself? What's a possible alternative explanation? And then 3, go. Change it to a more positive statement. Shift from, instead of being, I should be doing this, look, it would be nice. It would be lovely if you could do this. But it doesn't mean you should. And that black and white should needs to be removed. So make sure you stop it, question it, and change it to a more grey statement. Lastly is fun. Just have fun. If you are living in the to-do list, then you're not living in the now. So switch to living in the present moment. Best way to do that is just stop. What do you hear? What do you smell? What do you see? What do you taste? Use your senses and just tap into what is happening right now. Be in the moment. Watch your kids. Give them a hug. What does it feel like when you're having, if you do have treats, and it's okay to have treats, but stop and appreciate them. Notice the flavor on your tongue and what are the smells. This will actually help you eat less as well, but just be present in the moment. So that's your 6 tips for the silly season. Really, just do something daily that is for you, even if that is saying no to people. So these are your tips for the silly season. I really hope that we don't see you on the other side having to help you with these health issues. I'd much prefer to see you on the other side happy, healthy, ready to tackle 2017 with everything that you've got. That's it for today's blog. See you in the next one. Bye for now.